just want to get on this YouTube video and talk about how nothing matters. So don't get stressed out about stupid shit that doesn't even matter. Like, how do you know something matters? I don't know exactly. But I'm learning how to figure out how to realize when shit don't matter. Like, when you don't get paid enough for the emotional connection you have to your work. But it's not like a positive emotional connection. It's like anxiety. Like, my job literally makes me more anxious. Like, I enjoy most of the people I work with. I enjoy most of the managers. But, like, I don't know. It's weird. It's like we live in this matrix, right? And like we don't want to overexert ourselves for our jobs. But I also don't want to be perceived as just a shitty like worker at whatever my job is. You know? I feel like it's hard to find a balance in doing the bare minimum and also like doing a good job. Because I don't want to be like that one bad person that keeps fucking up or like keeps like, you know, no one's perfect, but I'm burping so much. I'm on like an anxiety spiral right now, so I just feel the need to talk. I haven't even had any of this iced coffee that I made yet. I'm literally just mentally on a mission, I guess. Oh my god. Whew. Whenever I put this fake septum in, makes me feel like I have to sneeze. I'm trying to figure that out. I think I'm good. You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna motherfucking do? This ain't no Love and Light YouTube channel no more, by the way. Them days is gone. Them days is past. Now we talking about whatever the fuck we want because we're multi-dimensional beings and we don't all just like shit out crystals and vomit out, I don't fucking know, Florida water. I don't know. These jobs will literally make you feel bad about doing a fine job. But for me, it's like I recently spoke with a manager of mine and we were just talking about the ways that I can improve at a position that I'm very new at my job. And I have definitely had some slip ups. And so now I'm like hyper, oh my God. Now I'm like hyper aware about getting everything done exactly the way I was trying to do it. Exactly the way I know it should be done, which is good, right? But then the managers want to come up and ruin my vibe by asking me to cover someone else's shift that's not even in the same position that I'm working in. Which throws my brain off. And I'm pretty sure I have ADHD. No one in my family wants me to self-diagnose. But for the time being, I'm pretty sure I have ADHD. And I've never had a job position that proves that more than working in the restaurant I work in with the position I have. Where you have to do multiple things at once. And you have to know what you're doing. Know how to make the dessert. Know how to do things. Like, you have to know your shit. Because you're working with a team. Like, it's a system. If one thing in the system is wrong, it could have a domino effect. And I only am annoyed because of the way that my brain chooses to deal with situations where I didn't do everything I was supposed to do. Or, like, I might have slipped up or made an oopsie. You know? It's my, like, Libra anxiety. Because when I tell you, holy shit, like, I'm such an overthinker. Y'all. Lesson of the day. The only opinion that matters, if you have a good relationship with your family, is yourself and your family and the friends that care to look out for you. The only opinions when it comes to who you are and the kind of person that you are. If your employer thinks whatever they think about you and it doesn't align with what you think about yourself, guess what? Fuck them. Fuck them. I don't know what the fuck the moon's in. Is the moon in Sagittarius today? I don't know. But I'm feeling fiery. And I'm not even mad at a certain person. I'm mad at myself, you know? But I also have to treat myself with grace because I know everything that I operate from is from a program. Like at one point, that program helped me survive or stay like protected or whatever mentally that it aided to at the time. But now it's a hindrance. Now it's liability. I don't know. It's a inconvenience. Now it's an inconvenience, and I really just, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of thinking that I have to live this way, because you don't have to fucking live as an anxious piece of like just a ball of anxiety. Who wants to live like that? No one does. It's not like it's that easy for everyone, because I know anxiety disorder is a thing, and I don't know if I have that as like a straight up disorder, but I feel like I've gotten a lot more anxious the past few years. And especially the self-work journey, it's weird. Like, people don't talk about how hyper focused you can get on everything that like you don't want to fuck up. And it's also part of being a people pleaser. I want to please my coworkers. I want to please my managers when they don't give a fuck about pleasing me. They don't give a fuck about pleasing me. Because it's a hierarchy. It's a capitalist system. I tell you what to do. They tell you what to do. They tell you what to do. They tell you what to do. And it's like, I have to remind myself every day, I wake up and I choose this. I wake up and I choose to go to work. I wake up and I choose to put on my uniform, walk through those doors, and whatever I'm going to face, I'm going to face. I'm choosing to show up every day. I'm choosing everything that I put myself through, because I'm putting myself through it actively. The point of suffering, I feel, is to grow through that. You can't just keep suffering. And it is a suffersome situation to be just anxious about the littlest shit, because like I'm living so in the future to where I'm not even noticing how much I blow certain things out of proportion in my head. Like, and then I start talking about it with my friends and I'm like, oh my God, like, you gotta let this shit go. It's gonna age you. Work needs to stop mattering as soon as you clock the fuck out. Unless it's a passion project situation. Other than that, fuck them managers, fuck them companies. They don't give a damn. Like, I have to remind myself that I'm literally disposable to these people, and they will replace me at the drop of a hat. Like, they will replace. If anyone needs to hear this, if you're stressing over your job, fuck them, because you are disposable to them, and they will replace you. They don't give a fuck. It's a harsh system, but it is what it is. I don't know. I feel like I invest too much into my job right now. If like now we're gonna get honest, and like I've been honest, but like, you know, extra vulnerable. Like, I feel like I've been in such a seasonal crossroads of not knowing what to do next, to where I've dumped my energy into my job. I've dumped my care and my passion and my consideration into something that can never pour back into you equally. The money doesn't pour back in you equally. Because I would find myself more exhausted at like the front desk when I was like working at a different position at my job, and I wouldn't get paid damn near what I was stressed out. Like, the stress to pay ratio is never justified. It's never justified. So that's why people make posts talking about do the bare minimum because these people don't care about you. I have to agree. I don't say do your job shitty on purpose. If you try, that's all you need to do is try. Be more mindful, be aware. And the rest is like, fuck that. Who cares? Unless you're trying to have a career in the industry you're working in and stressing out over. I don't know. I don't know how worth it is. I don't. And this is more of just like summer. Just got done dealing with the annoying ass world. What's up, y'all? Checking in. This isn't me content after meditation. This isn't me, like, you know, hella spiritually tapped in, like, in my vibe, in my flow. This is me taking the things that I learned spiritually and trying to talk it out and apply it to my everyday situations, because isn't that the point of being on a spiritual path? So your life is like magical day by day, and you know, like, the tools that are needed to handle each situation. At least for me, I feel like it's pointless to not have all these experiences and read all these books and buy all these tools if you're just going to let it go out the window when you have a rough day. And I can't even crack my neck right now, bro. Because work and the way I've been sleeping. All the tension. I have, like, a lot of tension here. And it hurts. And I need to massage the knots out. Oof. Besides that, I literally just had a moment, like, when I pressed record, like, right before I pressed record, I was like, wait, do you know who the fuck you are? Do you know how divine and sovereign you are? Do you know how much of a blessing it is for having you work for anyone? Like, they're blessed to have you. Because I am a caring, considering person. I'm also very considerate of my own energy a lot more these days than I used to. And that's where it gets twisted, because people think just because you're not bending over backwards at work that you're just lazy, you don't care. Bitch, I have a mental disorder. Not to make that an excuse, but shit happens. Shit slips under the rug sometimes, or not under the rug. Like, it slips my radar, you know? And I feel like that's just the human in all of us. And if you have ADHD and you work a job that's like, you have to be able to do a lot of things at once and multitask and, like, do it right and do it a certain way, you know what I mean? But all of us are way too valuable to be like this. We're human beings, and that's it. In regards to that job situation, the Sagittarius my Pluto is in Sagittarius, which I don't know exactly off the top of my head what that means, but I'm feeling the fire. Because the amount of fucking stress I went through this morning just to get to work, it adds up. The body keeps count. That's why I have this fucking knot in my neck and I can't even look around properly. Because I am, like, so sensitive to everything, and, like, I don't want to grow a hard shell or anything like that. But I think it's important that we choose our battles a little more carefully when we're in... I don't know. It's hard to know when to choose your battles carefully. It is. I'm gonna let y'all go. It's almost 15 minutes. Love and light. No, but it's okay to feel annoyance. It's okay to be annoyed with yourself. I, like, get annoyed with myself every other day. Because this head of mine, this brain of mine, it thinks until I'm sleeping. And then I wake up and then it just starts thinking all over again. What's it like for the neurotypical people out there whose, like, brains don't constantly go and go and go? And, like, you're able to have moments of silence, like, in here. And, like, there's not always a quote or, like, a song playing in your head, or, like, just mental chatter. Like, what's that like? You must be able to get so much done. Because when I tell you, like, I can't remember the last time I had that, like, just quiet brain. Maybe I was a kid. No idea. Anyway, y'all. Thanks for letting me take my frustration out. Maybe someone needed to hear this. I don't know. At the end of the day, this is just my video diary, so I can look back and refer to where I was at a certain time. It's not really about what anyone wants or thinks or anything like that. So if you watched this, thanks. I hope you got something out of it. If not, it's okay.
Bye, y'all.